What is up, people of the YouTube land? I'm Awesome2464, you are my viewers, and this is Plants vs. Zombies. The original PC game. Which is funny, I'm just now getting it on PC when I've literally played it on, like, every other system available. I played it on the DS, I played it on Xbox, I played it on mobile. Haven't played it on PlayStation, obviously, because I don't have a PlayStation. But it's pretty much just like Xbox anyway. But yeah, I just now have it on PC. Which, yeah, now that I have it on PC, I can record it and play it for you guys. And yeah, this is by far one of my favorite games of, like, all time. I don't understand why. Maybe it's because I don't know, I like zombies. I like just the puzzle strategy element of games, so that could possibly be it. But yeah, so this game, like, I have played it before, I have beat it before many times, so this isn't exactly a game for, like, my reactions or, like, just experiencing a new game. Obviously, this is actually kind of going to be more of a walkthrough, which should go pretty well, because it's the first game especially. I don't think I've lost a level in like a regular adventure level in so long. So yeah, I think I may be one of the best guys to give you a walkthrough of this game. I mean, I'm not saying I am the best. I'm sure there's somebody better, but you know, like, as far as I know, I'm the best, because like, I'm always giving my friends and my brother advice on how to beat the game, and it always seems to help them. But I guess that's enough of me rambling. Let's just get into the game. PopCap Games presents Plants vs. Zombies. What? You know, just based on that, you can tell how good this game is going to be if you haven't played it before, which I think most people have heard of it or played it themselves. But I could be wrong. So if you've never heard of this game, well, welcome. This is going to be an interesting experience for you. Click on a seed packet to pick it up. Click on the grass to plant your seed. I don't want to rush into that real quick. Boy. Dirty jokes. Anyway, collecting sun. Yes, sun is a very important part of this game, because that is how you plant your plants. But if you hadn't noticed. Pea shooters, the simplest of plants in the game. Your pea shooters, especially, like in the first game especially, I used pea shooters a lot. But in the Plants vs. Zombies 2, I don't find myself using pea shooters that often. I mean, it's because there's so much better stuff. Or maybe it's because, yeah, I don't even know. I just don't find myself using pea shooters that much because there's so much better and easier plants. Yeah, speaking of the second one, I've played the second one so often that when I go back to the first game, it's like so different. Anyway, here we have our second most important, well, I guess I would say this is the most important plant in the entire game, the sunflower, because it gives you additional sun. Because, yeah, again, sun is very important. So yeah, I would call sunflowers the most important plant in the entire game. Sunflowers are an extremely important plant, as I said. Try to plant at least 3 of them. Yeah, 3 I guess is good, but when you get a full lawn, I would always fill the back row up with sunflowers. So that would give you 5, or later on 6, but oh well, 5 sunflowers, which I think is a decent amount to get you going. Of course, like, the more plants you get that require more sun, then you can add, like, then I add a second row, but for starters like this, it's always best just to fill up the back row. And all we got to do now is wait. Yeah, we do get sun from the sky, but I don't know if it's like the same amount of time it takes for a sunflower to spawn sun and the sky too, or if this spawns faster, I'm not sure. But all I can say is sunflowers are really helpful, especially the more you have. Alright. Anyway, yeah, I was saying differences between the second game and the first one. Well, obviously the second one is free to get, and it's only available on a mobile device. This, Plants vs. Zombies, the originals, you gotta pay depending on what it, like, the price varies depending on what you're getting it on. I think it's usually around 20 bucks, I think-ish. Anyway, but yeah. The second one is completely free, so if you have like a Android or a tablet or an iPad, iPhone, whatever, should be available to you free on the store. You can go check it out. There's a lot of in-app purchases, which really sucks, because to get the good plants that I use all the time in this one, that I know are really good, you gotta pay for them, pay real money for them. That's EA for you, right? They want your money even though they have so much of it themselves. I tell you. Anyway, but yeah, another good thing I really love about the second one is the graphics. Like, the graphics, I mean, they're good here, but, like, look at the pea shooter, it's just doing the same thing over and over again with a ball flying out. In the second game, the pea shooter, you can actually see it animating, like, spitting the pea out. And the sunflower, like, when it's about to give sun, it just stops and just, like, pokes up in the air. I don't know why I'm doing hand gestures, you're not gonna see this, but, oh my god. But yeah, it's hard to explain with audio, like just audio alone, but yeah. Alright, and we have these fun guys. Well, these fun little guys. Cherry Bomb blows up all zombies in an area. That they do. Yeah, those are really, yeah, cherry bombs are really helpful when you're in a pinch. And it's only 150 suns, so it's not like it's that expensive. Honestly, Troop is old. Now I think about it, I think the most expensive plant in the game is 325 sun. Like the most expensive normal plant, not upgrade plants, because later you can add upgrade tier plants, which cost extra sun. But yeah, I think the highest costing regular plant is 325, which actually is not a lot compared to what it could be. I think the average plant cost is about 100. Well, sun cost, I should say. Yeah, another good thing about the graphics is, like, the zombies, they move a lot smoother in the second game. Because, like, you can tell there's like layers and stuff like that. This is all, like, the lawn is just a background, and the zombies and plants are just paste on top. So you can tell because there's, like, thick outlines and stuff like that. But the second game, there's not really much of outlines, so it actually looks like it's all the same picture, not just layers, which is cool. And the zombies move a lot different too. You know what is funny? In the second game, the thing that didn't really change the most is the zombies, like the looks of the zombies themselves. Like, the zombies pretty much look exactly the same, which is good, because they can't really change those that much. Like, pea shooters change a little bit, like his mouth's gotten bigger. Sunflower, her head is a little more circular rather than ovalish. But then they change some plants so much, it's just like, wait, that's supposed to be that? I'll explain that when we unlock said plants, but yeah. So I think you may be thinking about the Millionaire, the Mystery Case Files Millionaire playthrough. Don't worry, that's still on. That's not going to go away until I finish the game, obviously. It's just, like I said in the Millionaire game, I got my wisdom teeth pulled. I mean, that was before I got them pulled, but then I got them pulled about 5 days ago. Yeah, I think it's 5 days ago. Yes? No, maybe 4 days ago? 4 or 5 days ago, whatever. I can't really think about it at the moment. But yeah. And let me say, it hurt a lot. Like, well, the surgery didn't hurt because I was put under with gas and IV, so I didn't really feel anything in the surgery. And yeah. But then it started hurting a little bit more gradually, obviously. And right now my gums still hurt a little bit, but not so much when I talk. I mean, I still can't eat solid foods. I'm still stuck to non-solids like pudding and chicken soup and stuff like that, which I'm not complaining. I mean, perfect excuse to eat nothing but your favorite junk foods, right? But yeah. So yeah, now that I can start talking again, I'm gonna start recording a little bit more. Hopefully, get back on track. Walnut, block off zombies and protect your other plants. Yes, very helpful indeed. And yeah, here's another one that's been changed in the second game, because in the second game, I kid you not, he looks like a frickin' chicken nugget. I kid you not, he looks like a chicken nugget. Alright, so now we got a full lawn, which is good. Starting to feel more like Plants vs. Zombies now. Yes, another thing they kept in the second game, that the zombies are coming. They kept that in the second game, which is good. I love how, yeah, since EA technically took over Plants vs. Zombies 2, I mean, obviously they changed a lot, but they didn't change so much that it's like a completely different game. But they couldn't keep it exactly the same exact game, which is, I think is why they went for the time travel route. Which is pretty good of them, because when people always talk about Plants vs. Zombie 2, I'm like, well, how are they going to make that different? But then they came out with It's About Time, where you're literally just traveling through time killing zombies, which is a really good twist, I want to say. It's like different than the original game. And they came up with a lot of new plants in this, a lot of good new plants in the second one. I applaud them for that. Sick. Now when I played the first one, I'm like, oh, let me use oh yeah, I don't have that one, because this is the first game. There's a lot of good stuff, like plant food and power-ups in the first and the second game that I can't use here, so, and I'm used to using those in the second one, but, oh well. Only because it gets a little too difficult in the second one. Like, it's not so easy. But yeah, for this one I think it should be fine, because this has gotten to a point where it's like just really easy for me, but it's still fun. I mean, it's not like it's boring, it's pretty fun. Got some more Coneheads coming. Yeah, Coneheads are like your strongest enemy now, but wait till you get to the end of the game, then you realize there's a lot stronger zombies. Well, a stronger zombie, I should say. Yeah, people who played the game before know what I'm talking about. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, well, then you just have to wait. Probably a while, though. Yeah, I will say, like, all the plants and all the zombies, it does take some really good genius coming up with the different types of plants and zombies. Different types of plants that can help kill zombies, that's always good, but the zombies that are like, I like the hard zombies only because they're so creative on what their talents are. Like, you'll see, like, I guess you'll see what I mean soon, but like, there's some zombies that are like, okay, that's actually pretty cool and challenging, but at the same time I hate you because you're so challenging. Alright, let's just take care of this real quick. And we got this, a shovel. Shovel lets you dig up a plant to make room for another plant. Yeah, this will get helpful down the road, especially when you want to obviously replace something with something else. And here we go, the most iconic character in the entire game. Greetings, neighbor. The name's Crazy Dave, but you can just call me Crazy Dave. Listen, I've got a surprise for you. But first, I'll need you to clear your lawn. Use your shovel to dig up those plants. Let the digging commence. Yeah, I would make a better voice, but my gums and mouth still hurt a little bit. So once those fills up, I'll try and make a better Crazy Dave voice. Okay, goody. Now for the surprise. We're going bowling. Here, take this walnut. Wow, walnuts are pretty tiny. Why'd I put a walnut in your hand? Because I'm crazy! And there's his catchphrase right there. Now go, bowl me a winner. I shall do that, Mr. Crazy Dave. Yes, we are going walnut bowling. really does make me wonder about the strength. Like, walnuts are confusing me right now because, I mean, they're obviously small enough and light enough for Crazy Dave to hold them, but they're strong enough to just not, like, kill a zombie with a slight roll. Unless Crazy Dave is stronger than he looks, which is entirely possible. He does got some big arms, so I guess it is possible. Yeah, I want to use these red ones wisely. Yeah, they're pretty much just like cherry bombs. They just like knock on the area, the square, and like if I were to land here, it would blow up this square and this square, these squares around it. I wish I was this good at bowling in real life. Like, I'm good at bowling in real life, I'm just not pro. But it takes bowling takes good practice, so I applaud those who can do it well. It does a lot of like good things that seem simple but are challenging when you take them professionally. You're starting to get a lot more cone heads. Oh boy, now we got a lot more. Alright, let's just use you. Oh yeah. Huge wave of zombies is perfect. I'm ready for you. Alright, final wave. Alright. Decent amount of zombies here. Not too much. Let's just use you. Oh, that was kind of a waste, but oh well. Yay! Alright. And I am the Walnut Bowling Champion. Not to brag or anything. Anyway, let's see. The potato mine explodes on contact but takes time to arm itself. Yeah, I've noticed there really is no such thing as a perfect plant. There are plants that are good, like, are really awesome, but they always have their slight disadvantages. Like this, that it takes time to arm itself, so you can't just plant it instantly and expect results. Which, of course, if you want that, you might as well just spend the extra 125 on a cherry bomb. Yeah, there's some plants in this game I don't really use that much, like the potato mine included, but for the sake of this video, for those who haven't played Plants vs. Zombies or just need help or tips or something like that, I will be using every plant at least once, sometime in the series, so you can get an idea of what they're like. Yeah, but you realize I don't think I've used walnut yet. Let's plant you. Yeah, I will say this game, I swear, it's just so fun. I mean, like, especially in the first levels, it gets, like, pretty slow and boring. But it's, it gets better along the road. Yeah, potato mines, I think, yeah, the time it takes for them to load is about how long it takes a zombie to walk 3 squares, so let's do this. Yeah, so for a regular zombie to walk 3 squares, I believe is how long it takes for a potato mine to load. I hope so anyway. Oh, maybe not. Oh, maybe not. Okay, then let's go to plan B. Yeah, it'll just block them. Oh, and then there's these guys. Please just die already. because what they do is pole vaults over the first zombie plant they come across in the row, but then they'll walk slowly like this, but they obviously walk pretty fast now. Here's a good way to stop them, but it helps to go along farther down the road though, the lane though. So let me just do this. Alright, let's just keep you there for now. Let's do this, just so I can say I've used the potato mine at least once in the game. Okay, see there it goes loaded. So then when a zombie steps on it, spadao, and you get mashed potatoes. Yeah, I don't really use potato mines that much, only because I know that the cherry bombs are a little more worth it. But I mean, if you use potato mines, or if you want to use potato mines, I'm not saying don't. I'm just saying my personal preference is I don't. But if you have a use for those, then go ahead. By all means, use it. Let's just save time here. Alright, there we go. And we have the Snow Pea. Shoots frozen peas that damage and slow the enemy. Alright. And I think this is a really good time to stop, just because I don't want to get too ahead of myself here. Don't want to make too long of a video, because that's just going to be pain to edit. So, but yeah, in the next episode, we will continue playing Plants vs. Zombies, unlock new plants, and kill new zombies. So, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please give it a like, comment what you thought, subscribe to my channel for the next part when that's out, as well as some of my other videos, and remember to stay awesome. See ya!
Howdy. Am I Dusty? Depends on who's asking now, don't it? Nah, just sassing you. Yeah, I'm Dusty Graves. That's why it says Dusty Stage. There. Now you've got a broken neck. You like that? Like having a broken head now?